Our indie game for today is Impulse. This is a game where you fly around as a spaceship that is a dot.
Yes.
In some graphics that look like they came from the Vectrex.
Yes, very light, bright, very
80s graphics.
Yeah,
They're
very neon.
Good.
Yeah, glowing.
Good 80s graphics.
Oh no, yeah, very good. Love the aesthetic of the game.
So, this is pretty much a physics game.
Yes.
And what they've done very well here is that I'm guessing there's like 1 million levels to this game. We got a little ways into this. We didn't play all of them. But they made an engine for this, and it's a good engine because there's about 1 million variables they can change to make different levels here. You can change how many seconds of fuel you have to move.
Right.
You can change the time limit for the level. You can change how you have to land. So if you land too hard, you explode instead of just landing softly.
Yes.
And by changing and combining all of those, they're doing a really good job at making this game feel different, because even the short number of levels we played in this, they all felt really different.
Yes, the propulsion, the gravity, they're puzzles that are based, in your ability to measure speed, distance, timing. It's very classic gameplay stuff, but the variation is, the tutorials, there's 14 levels of tutorials, and, the game then itself becomes a grander tutorial, really, because you're constantly learning, and that's a real compliment to a game that's, so minimal, but so, and it draws, it really reminded me of the game Osmos right off the bat, but it's not just like a clone of that, because the mechanics really Osmos had some very specific mechanics, and it was gorgeous, and this is another very pretty game, but the mechanics really do, make it much more than the sum of its parts,
I'm always impressed when smaller indie stuff can manage to pull off physics-based stuff well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's hard to do. It's indie stuff usually sort of, it succeeds based off of design elements that work well if it's just one person designing them. So, you can design a good level if you're one person. It's harder to design, like, a physics engine if you're one person.
Definitely.
Or even a small team of people. I don't know how many people made this. But, I'm pretty impressed with this one. And the other thing, too, in my full shilling glory is you could control this with touch controls and put this on some kind of phone delivery system pretty easy.
Yeah, no, I think it definitely could lend itself to iPhone, iPad, all that stuff.
Especially
really
it being really level-based. The levels are all short puzzles. You could make 1 million of them, and then you could sell more for only $1.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. The fact that this is free and there are seemingly endless levels is awesome.
So you heard that, Impulse devs. If you guys want to be scummy mobile developers, go right ahead. Or if you already are.
Oh yeah, Impulse, Island DLC, like Hawaiian pack. You can
$5 for 3 extra seconds of thrust.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, definitely. Amp your thrust levels. Pay 50 cents.
So anyway, I do a what would I? What do we want to do for ratings on this one?
I would probably. Again, on the scale of being an indie game, I would probably say this is straddling 4 or 5 territory.
Yeah.
Really solid game.
Yeah, I would say, rating it a little more objectively, I'd say 4. It's really solid. I like everything about it. For me, it's probably a 3, just because I probably, personally wouldn't play this a lot.
It's hard. And that's another thing, is that it's not hard because of, janky controls. The controls actually vary.
The controls are perfect.
Yeah, the controls go to, there are some levels that are laser precise, and other levels where the gravity is wild, but the rules are defined. It's not just shitty. So yeah, I would probably, for me, probably I would say 4. Honestly, I could probably play that for hours and get into it and really trying to.
Yeah, I could see this being a lot more than it is, and I think you could take this a lot further, and it would be a very fun game.
Definitely.